We've done it. We have made Fox fake news lose their minds. Look at this Chiron. What a massive W. Look at how butthurt Laura Ingraham is. Look at how triggered little Steve Hilton is with his bald little head. His bald little head getting sweat because he knows he's going to get taxed. And people will actually get free health care. Oh, they're so mad, dude. It's amazing. It's incredible to see Fox News lose their mind like this, and I am here for it. I am so here for it. By and large, anything that triggers Fox Fake News, the company that paid $750 million in a defamation lawsuit, you're doing something right. Black Sacrifice, Kristen Kellen, Fahey, welcome. Tabasloth 95, welcome. So yeah, this is gonna be. This is bringing out my inner troll. Yes, I love this. I can come out from my bridge and collect the tears from all the mega hypocrites at Fox Fake News. I love it. Oh, I love it, people. It's brilliant. Oh, it's juicy. So juicy, juicier than a steak. The steak of my enemies. This is incredible to see. I don't think I've been this happy in a while. Oh, thank you, Black Sacrifice. Very, very polite of you to say. Very nice. Well, you say that now, but just wait, because it's going to get better. Yes, indeed. Okay. So, let's jump right into it. Oops, I gotta go. Okay, we're getting there. I'm not live on TikTok yet. There we go. Okay. Cool. Now we are live on TikTok. Okay, so, yeah, this is incredible to see the. I'm sorry, I'll never get over. They're so mad. Oh, it's truly glorious. Even Sean Hannity is losing his mind. Hang on, how do I put this back to fit the screen? Shit! I gotta drag and drop. Nope! There we go. There we go. Okay, so let's hear what Sean Banality has to say about this, because you know, of all the takes, the saltiest one is going to be Sean Hannity.
All right, this is a Fox News alert. Incumbent Congressman
God,
Dan
he's gained
Goldman.
weight. His jowls have jowls. Look at this man. Did he get stung by a bee before this? Does he have cotton swabs from a dental procedure in his mouth? What happened to you, Sean? Look at how tiny beady his eyes are. He's like he's like a George W. balloon head. This is insane.
Who was just banned from a New York City coffee shop because of his support for Israel. He has now lost his primary to a radical socialist backed by Mamdani. It appears that
Socialism
a pretty scary transformation is
shit.
now fully underway in the Democratic Party, especially in a blue state like New York. All right, this is a Fox News alert. Incumbent Congressman Dan.
Man, they're losing their minds. It could not be. The stuff in New York could not have gone. The elections in New York could not have gone better. And this is just incredible.
Goldman.
Because Brad Lander ran on a pretty clear socialist platform. He ran on, of course, being anti-Israel, which is kind of where the country is at, basically. Oops, where'd the thing go? I hate when I alt-tab to check stuff. Stupid-ass looking flag. Yeah, Wilson. Bet your face is dumber looking. So any time that Fox Fake News is triggered is good for America, by and large. 1 second. There we go. Okay, now I got it. F the haters. You're right, Mystic Experience. I mean, I don't want to F them. No one wants to F them because they're a bunch of loser idiots that have to go full incel just to feel better about themselves because they failed before they even tried. So, but I appreciate the sentiment. Taking out the chair of the Congressional Hispanic Caucus with a self-described communist 32-year-old PhD student who tweeted, "Fuck Kamala Harris," is beyond insane. DEFCON 1 moment for the Democratic establishment. It's here! It is finally here! The libs are getting their Tea Party moment. Brother, it is just beautiful. Oh my God. Rainbow Flag is doing amazing work here because this is everything I've been wanting for so long. The Democratic Party has consistently pissed away every bit of goodwill they got from the working class. They have consistently ignored us in favor of Israel, in favor of Jizreel, excuse me. They'd rather send their money over there so that the Jizreel citizens can get free health care, can get infinite bombs, and we can't even get SNAP. It's insane. So this is an incredibly good development. The more that we push the establishment out, the more that we push people like Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer to the background and to the points of irrelevance, the better it is, because then we can start getting better wages, we can start getting health care, we can start getting housing, we can start getting all of the things that we need to be delivering on to people. Where do you stand politically? Keep listening, you'll find out. LOL, you right. Thank you, Mystic. Okay, I agree with what you're saying. Excellent. Excellent. Appreciate you both. Mystic, jazziest dog you know. That's a great username. Please give me a like and subscribe on here if you can while we're going through this. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Look at this. The Democratic establishment sent this as a flyer, giving you a reason to not support Darya-Liza Avila Chevalier. And the people said, no, actually, yeah, fuck Kamala Harris. We agree. We're all in. Hey, don't make her sound cooler than she already is. It's like that Archer meme where it's like, stop, stop. I can only get so erect. It's just so indicative. And here's the other thing. The party is, as of right now, from all the posturing from all the centrists, from Tim Kaine on to Hakeem Jeffries, are not showing any sign of stopping. They're still going to back Israel over America. They're not going to support progressive policies. They're not going to support living wages. They're not going to support a healthcare policy. And that is why we need to have more insurgents. We need to have more primaries. There needs to be a punishment at the polls for these establishment Democrats who have consistently fucked us over in favor of the right, in favor of Nazis, in favor of billionaires. Chat is popping off. I'm sure it's going to be totally sane and normal. I like to dress up as an ICE worker, then walk by my Home Depot just to see a bunch of Mexicans starting running when they see me. It's funny. Oh, so you're just pure fucking evil. Okay, well, yeah, that tracks. Hey, Darkblade Omen, the reason you can't get laid has nothing to do with the way you look and the awful way that you smell. It's because you're a terrible person and no one wants to fuck you. If you were ever wondering, I just want to make that clear that you're despised from the river to the sea, just for the record. D.E. Cotton, welcome. I have so many fucking screens to bounce between. I got to start getting better about this. Okay, so this is incredible. Crystal Ball, whom I don't like a lot of her takes, but I do respect that she's calling it like it is. Dem voters saw these mailers and still handed Darya-Liza. Oh, no offense! No offense, 69. He is the second MAGA pedophile we have in the chat. No offense, 69. As I always say, I'm so glad that you were here, not running around your street, coming in on kids. So thank you for being here. We have it. We got it. We got the first pedophile. Excuse me, the second pedophile. Second pedophile of the chat. Got him. Got his ass. Politics is a slider. The further right you go, the more evil. I don't understand why right is even legal. Shishi Wasp, or Wisp, you got me, man. It's obvious, isn't it? Because billionaires and millionaires and people with money, the more money they collect, the more money they gain, the less human they become. These are actual statistics. You can look this up. These are actual facts and studies on this. The more money you get, the less connected you are to the human experience with things like empathy. Elon Musk said it himself. He said empathy is like a curse or a demon or whatever it was. He thinks empathy is weak. Empathy is what makes you strong, okay? Because it's a hell of a lot harder to have empathy for a person going through a hard time Whereas the easier reaction is just to say, oh, fuck them. Oh, get away from me. Rather than to see someone in pain and be like, I'm sorry, how can I help? It's way easier to do the opposite. That's why empathy is actually a fucking superpower. I agree with John C. Reilly on that. And so the more money these rich people accumulate, the less human they become. I'm not even kidding. Zombies have more in common with humanity than billionaires. They truly do. At least, at least zombies are actually looking for brains. Billionaires are trying to do the exact opposite. Corzin, welcome to the chat. Shishi Wisp, I'm glad you agree. Okay. Oh my goodness, there are so many. Okay, so I really got to manage these chats, but there has to be an easier plugin for OBS, but I have not found it. So this is Hassan Piker, who's been in the news a lot, and people are having issues with him, especially on the left. I know a few people in my circle that are upset with him for various reasons, which I firmly disagree with. It all comes down to electoralism versus like revolution, right? Versus community. Well, the simple fact is you can have as much community as you want, but if the people pulling the levers of power are evil Nazis, your community is just going to be attacked. That's why we need people in power to fight back. Imagine if the Democrats fought even a fraction as hard against the left as they use that amount of anger against the right, as opposed to just capitulating and rolling over and shoving their fucking belly, we would actually be able to get the things that we need. So Hassan Piker is working very, very hard to push people in the directions to be anti-ICE, anti-Israel, pro-housing, pro-healthcare for all, et cetera, pro-living wage, pro-union. And they're saying that the New York City DSA co-chair, Union Gustavo, tells Hassan his community phone banks for Daria for New York may have identified 2,000 voters. That was the final margin for her victory. He is actually out there doing shit. Yes, there is a need for direct action, but for God's sakes, you cannot abandon electoral politics. Leftists are out of their fucking minds if they ever think they're going to accomplish half, even a quarter, even a micrometer of what they think they can accomplish if they just by abandoning electoralism.
We identified 2,000 supporters.
We've been organizing together for 30 years.
You hear that? That's about phone calls alone. That's about the size of Daria lead right now. So from those phone calls alone, 2,000 identified likely voters for Daria Lisa, and that's currently her lead.
And I think his phone banking crew actually ended up doing more than that. And look, every vote counts, and Hassan gets that, and it's extremely important that more on the left get that as well. Oh boy, I'm sure the chat has been totally normal here. Money is an addiction, zeros are their heroin. Ooh, Julie Baker, 1389. I love that. Damn, God, the chat is. Some of you guys in chat have better sayings than I do, and I do this for a living, so honestly, hats off to you guys. You guys are fucking amazing. Julie Baker says, money is an addiction, zeros are their heroin, and we don't have a 12-step program because so many wish they too could be money junkies. Oh my God, money junkies? Julie Baker, you are on fire. You on fire! Dare Eigner, 48, says he denies the grape gangs. Are you talking about Trump in the Epstein files and Elon Musk begging to go to Epstein's Island at 6 a.m. on Christmas Day? That's the grape gangs that you're talking about, right? Right, Dare Egner? I'm sure you're talking about the actual pedo cabal run by Epstein and Trump and not the made-up fantasies that you have in your head. Right, Dare Egner? Yeah, with a name like that, you definitely don't goose step out of your bedroom every morning. Danu says I'm a delusional man. Cry more, fucking loser. Men can't get pregnant or chest feed, says just me, you see. Again, you guys don't understand how unhinged you sound. If you said this in public, you would be kicked out of the wherever you are, because no one cares. No one cares about your perverse pedophile fixation on trans people. We care about trans people's lives matter. Hence the flag. Roasted. Fuck you, pedophile. The left is on a full swing socialist movement. You're goddamn right we are, Red Team Go. We are on fucking fire. Coming up next is Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer. Kick them the fuck out. Kick them the fuck out. I'm talking about the 25,000 victims in the UK. Okay, Deregner, so I'm sure you're familiar that over 65% of all the pedophilia charges in the UK are done by white people, right? I'm sure you're familiar with that, Deregner, right? You're not getting your statistics from Der Stürmer, are you? You fucking Nazi loser. X-Hawk says this guy fucks every single day. This is my fuck face. I'm just fucking with this fucking face. I'm fucking like fucking Patrick Bateman with the mirror, just like some fucking, yeah. That's my fuck face, everybody. You saw it. I'm not going to show you my O face, but you do get to see the fuck face. Congratulations, Elisa, for New York. Let this election be a warning to every politician who puts AIPAC's interests over their own community. This is so crucial. Mahmoud Khalil, who was, of course, imprisoned and tortured by the Trump pedophile regime, is now able to speak politically and openly about the elections. And this is so huge because this is the amazing thing about fascism. They always create their own enemies, because had they done nothing to Mahmoud Khalil, he would not have nearly the prominence that he does now. And on top of that, it turns out 2 years ago, the Colombia encampment seemed to have failed at its stated aims, and yet Colombia will be represented in Congress by a participant in that encampment. Remarkable. Fascism always breeds the next generation of leaders, and this is incredible to see that the people who were oppressed by both Democrats and Republicans, especially the Trump pedophile regime, are now taking the reins of leadership in Congress. And again, the people that they punished are now stronger than ever. We needed this. We needed this so frickin' bad, people. We needed this. I needed this like I needed my lunch this morning, you know? Like, this is just incredible to see. Red Team Go. The left has passed the LGBTQ movement. They are on full tilt socialism. It's unfortunate you guys said no kings, but guess what? Now you're going to have someone telling you only get 1 carton of eggs. Red Team Go. You can't even afford an egg. What are you yapping about, you frickin' weirdo? Inflation is going up, gas prices are going up, beef prices are going up, egg prices are going up, and you know who's in charge? Trump, and he is not an LGBTQ person. You're just a disgusting, evil bigot, and that's why you're more triggered over a flag than you are about a pedophile in the White House. My chat continues to deliver. I'm telling you, some of you guys are so good. What the fuck over 2 says, what's the difference between Vietnam and Iran? Trump found his way out of Iran. To be fair, I'd heard that one before, but that's good. Can I like that? Can I like stuff in my own chat? I can't. Okay, well, what the fuck over 2, that was good. Kudos to you. Hey, fuckface is my favorite compliment. Fuck. I don't want to see your game face. I want to see your fuck face. Get your fuck face on. Harry F. Callahan, delusional. This guy calling anyone weirdo is a good one. You're such a weirdo that you are using an avatar, a profile picture of Dirty Harry, a 1971 movie, who I only know because I grew up on good movies. Like, you and I would actually have that in common, Harry F. Callahan, except you're a Trump-supporting pedophile. So I draw the line. Listen, I may enjoy a good Clint Eastwood movie, but I draw the line at MAGA pedophiles. Trump put blanket tariffs on an island of penguins. Bro, I forgot about that. Booney409 says, stop whining, Dems. Love won. Actually, you're right, because love did win, because the people who won support this flag. Fuck you, MAGA pedophile. Le-hoo. The-her. Find Christ can't. His body is dead and what's it called? Decrepit. No. It's been eaten up by fucking dinosaurs. Whatever. Fun fact, many of the founding fathers didn't believe in Christianity but in a single creator. Thomas Jefferson was considered an atheist by other politicians. I did not know that, but yes, I do know Thomas Jefferson had very different views on religion compared to the people around him. So that's news to me that he was an atheist. Kitty Lifestyle, welcome back. You missed fuckface time. We were getting our fuckface on, man. Fuckface on. Long story, Kitty. Long story. I don't got time. I gotta stay focused. Espaillat's refusal to help Mahmoud Khalil inspired Avila Chevalier to run for Congress. She just ousted the 5-term representative from his seat. This is what I was talking when the fascism from both the left and the right, because the Democrats were fascist. Make no fucking mistake about it. They violated people's rights. The Biden regime did the exact same thing when it came to the anti-Palestinian protesters. They violated their rights. They oppressed them. They targeted them. And they tried to violate the free speech. They tried to get them deported. Evil, evil actions that Trump just took to the next level. So when people like Espaillat did not support Americans, which is what Mahmoud Khalil is. He came here, he followed the laws, he followed the rules, and he is a contributor to our society more than any of the MAGA pedophiles that are in my chat, that's for sure. And now the fascism from the left, just the same way that the fascism from the right has generated this new generation of leaders, the fascism from the left, hey, left is fascism, right is fascism, handshake. That's them every time. And now we have people like Avila Chevalier. You want this fucking headbutt that shit. We're breaking those handshakes up, man. We are breaking that handshake up. I love this shit. You'll have to catch up, Kitty. Yeah, yeah. You got a little bit. There's been some fun shit happening here. So, this is an Espaillat voter. I don't want to spoil it because I haven't. Oh God, it's 8 minutes. Liquid Snake dash I7N says winning equals illegal ballot drop. I know the only time Republicans win is when they cheat and they have to use multiple ballots. I get it, and you guys have to register people under different parties and then switch the parties to GOP. I get it, you guys are cheaters and losers. Hey, Liquid Snake, you're muted, but don't go anywhere, MAGA pedophile, because I have the exact story you're talking about, how you guys always cheat in elections. So this is 8 minutes. I might not be able to... Fuck, dude. Let's see what happens. Sick Puppy 98 says, you a goofball and a liar. Bro, you can't even spell liar right. You need to hire an immigrant to teach you the English that you don't understand, bro. Oh no, the socialist Nazis are winning? Good, we'll shoot them when they do. Brother, I don't think you understand how many people have guns on the left. So you can say all that shit, but you fucking MAGA pedophiles are always yapping in my chat, and then you never actually do anything. You're a bunch of coward pedophile pieces of shit who just talk a bunch of game and never do anything. You're just a bunch of fucking losers. You didn't even bring guns to the Capitol because you were so chicken shit that you would get shot by the Capitol Police. You guys are fucking cowards. You're all fucking losers. Alessandro Nuzo 6095 says, that's a gay-ass flag. Thank you. I am very happy. As you can tell. Oh, MAGA pedophile GHB Truther is here. Says I have TDS, and yet you are the guy who literally wears fucking T-shirts and has flags and also has a golden statue of Trump. The only thing you guys can think about is Trump. You guys can't go a single fucking day without thinking of anything else. You guys are such fucking losers. There we go. Average Caucasoid says, this is AI. Yes. I am clearly AI. As you can tell, I am AI. I do not have real thoughts or opinions. I am AI. Oh, another MAGA pedophile. Jake G7190 says, happy hate crime month. Yes, I look forward to Jake Lang getting the fuck beat out of him again as well. All right, where was I? This one.
That escalated. Yeah, that escalated. I am surprised he's got this much energy to, like, we're now in 15 minutes of.
I met him in New Jersey. I knew the kid was a legend. When I met him back then.
I told Espaillat, I said,
oh, that's
just
Espaillat.
From a practical perspective, I think if you guys would have just said, look, I denounce Israel's genocide and I'm not taking any AIPAC money. A few months ago, even.
Which is actually the normal position. Being anti-genocide is pretty fucking good unless you're a MAGA pedophile psychopath, which I'm actually seeing one in my chat right now. Oh, no, it's someone else. Trump devotion syndrome can be fixed by removing the boot from their mouth. Brother, that boot is locked in. They got a great white shark bite grip over that boot. You ever seen a dog with a ball, wants you to throw it but won't give up the ball for you to throw, and they're just like, "Arr, arr," and you try to pull it, "Arr." That's how they are with the boot in their mouth.
Like the race is over, like she has no entry. He kind of shrugged. He's like, maybe. His aide said, yeah, but then they'd find something else, which is what Reynoso said. They'll find something else, but it's not a something else. Like the issue of genocide is not like just a random thing that people are like looking for to like drive away.
We have the MAGA pedophile. Here we got one. David Omalia, Trump supporter, says I have TDS while he backs a literal pedophile in the Epstein files. Good job, David Omalia. You outed yourself. David Omalia, check his hard drive. Keep him away from schools. And also give him some deodorant, because no doubt that man smells like shit.
It really is something that stands in for whether or not you're
it's still yapping in the background.
Worth supporting on anything else.
MAGA, genocide and pedophilia are bad. Well, they used to think that. And then they supported an actual MAGA pedophile, and that all changed pretty goddamn quick. Transgendism, you can't even spell it right, Ryan86, you fucking idiot. It's transgenderism. But this is coming from the MAGA pedophile party that thinks transgenic mice are transgender mice. Pretty soon they're going to start losing their mind saying that transaxle and transmission are part of the LGBTQ coalition. I got to rip out my whole car. I heard it's got a transaxle, a transmission. Pretty soon my phone's got a translator, so I had to break it. You guys are so fucking stupid. Biden said he couldn't do it. Congress had to pass a bill to secure the border. Trump comes in office, 3 weeks border secure. Fake news, William Hall, 89. Trump has actually deported less people than Obama did. But also, fucking free everybody that's an immigrant in ICE detention jails. And also amnesty for all. Eat shit, mega pedos. GOP, guardians of pedophiles. Yep. Clinton was on the island. Yeah, and Trump flew on Epstein's plane. Samson Riddle, you going to use the same fucking standard? Trump was Epstein's best friend. Trump had a literal pedophile pageant just so he could walk through and see underage nude teenage models. But no, you don't have a problem with that. But Bill Clinton was you guys, yeah, and then all the girls that fucking Epstein got were from Mar-a-Lago. And riddle me that, fucking MAGA pedophiles. MAGA, party of Epstein. See how triggered they're getting, Richard Trellor 1086. See how triggered they get when you talk about Epstein? They get more triggered over this flag than you do when you mention Trump being a pedophile. They immediately deflect. They immediately go to something else because they can't talk about the facts, which is Trump is a pedophile in the Epstein files more than anybody else. He bought Epstein's plane for the 2024 campaign. Why? So we had all the happy memories? Leave the mice alone. Get some. I gotta bring it up, though. It's so dumb. It's such a dumb point that I have to bring up. Trump made Republicans block the Langford border bill. We would have legislation. Oh, that's true. I forgot about that. Silex3348 says Trump is great. Yes, he is great for pedophiles like you. Thank you, Redwin. You're spouting old slurs on and on by calling Trump a pedophile? That's not a slur, brother. That's a fact. Pride Month and Black History Month really gets MAGA panties in a bunch. Yeah, it really does. We don't have to worry about Charlie Kirklees getting triggered over it. Eh? 1 year not having to hear his bullshit over it.
The genocide, your support for the genocide in Gaza. Any day you can denounce AIPAC. Any day you can stop taking over $600,000 of AIPAC money put through pass-throughs. You know how shameful this is. That's why you directed your super PAC to use false names. Because AIPAC is toxic in this district. Because this district does not support genocide. And you should stop supporting genocide. You know the politics. You know the reality. You know that AIPAC money is toxic. You can't even run it as UDP.
Yeah, it's
already
any
a
day
bullshit
now.
Name.
The headlines.
Genocide any day.
You're just going to get breaking news after breaking news on your phone. and the world will cheer.
Why would love to speak to you after this? Come to my office. I will receive you.
I did not know Ryan Grimm looked like this. I thought he was a very different looking dude. So this is interesting actually seeing him. Why is this dude also... Hang on, go back just a frame. Why does this dude look like Gustavo Fring a little bit? Right? I'm expecting him to offer like meth and chicken. You know? Pride Month and Black Month. They do say when people project, they are just revealing what they truly are within. So if MAGA is upset at the flag, you know what that means. Hey, listen, Mystic Experience. You know there's a reason. You know that like Grindr always crashes the RNC, right? We all saw Kirk leaning left in the end. Bro! Damn, I don't even go there. Cult members in psychological therapy to get deprogrammed. He's so nervous. Are you saying Ryan Grimm is nervous, or who's nervous? Kitty?
That's a game.
He's got some endurance.
Yeah, that's a game. That's what he does. That's his life. That's what he does. That's his job. All right, that's his job.
Ryan Grimm is tall.
You're doing something big for journalism. You're somebody to look up to, man.
Appreciate that, brother.
Yes.
That's his job. That's what he gets paid to do.
The craziest thing, I think he's
Mega, make another Grindr.
No, he ain't doing it for free. No.
Are you talking about this guy, Kitty?
No.
The guy on the right here, the white dude?
No, ain't nothing for free. This ain't free, brother. This is a certified.
Devin Allred says
This
you in
getting
Idaho,
paid.
sir.
He's
No,
on
I
somebody's
have left that
payroll.
shithole state.
So my theory that I told to Adriana was that if like 6 months ago he'd have said, I condemn Israel's genocide and I'm not taking AIPAC money, that Daria Lisa would have no entry, no way to get in.
If as long as those southern guys down in Texas
guy?
and other
The guy in the
places
blue shirt?
wasn't giving her money, yeah,
about this
making
guy?
an even
But then
fight.
they wouldn't give her money then. if he
No, you want him to go in a fight with a nail clipper, and she's got to bleed.
Also, what happened to his? Did he get like in some kind of an auto accident or something? That looks like a legitimate scar. Damn, that's brutal looking. Shit.
Well, she wouldn't have the blade, is my point.
No, they're gonna
If
give.
he was
This is
condemned.
this,
The guy in the tie. Oh, you mean the guy that looks like Gustavo Fring? He kind of does. Epstein was a Democrat. Yeah, and so was Trump, right? So you're going to call Trump a pedophile too, counter Coop, or are you just going to ignore him being in the Epstein files more than anybody else? Didn't the Democrats get exposed as funding the KKK recently? Devarian says, no, that is fake news that you made up because you're a dumbass. You're a dumbass.
this ain't about him. This is about making sure that there will never be a black.
Brandon Riley says, you're the only one openly supporting pedophiles. Incorrect. That is not the Trump flag. Ha-ha! Roasted. Brandon Riley got outed. We outed another pedophile. Another MAGA pedophile. Add him to the trophy case, boys. We got him. We got him. Now, if you guys could shut the fuck up so I can watch this damn video.
That's what this is about. This is about certified racism. That's what this is about. Keep him out. We don't want a black as a speaker.
Well, Hakim's going to be speaker.
No, not if this fool here keeps going. That's what this is all about. That's what this is all about.
I mean, either way, a Democrat's going to win the seat. Right.
She said she ain't voting for her kid.
Good.
I see.
Come on,
I see your point. I see your point.
This guy know what he's doing. He's a professional heckler. That's all he is. You can stop the genocide, bomb Israel.
How long have you known?
Well, that's not going to help either.
Many, many years.
How'd you meet him? Do you remember?
Yeah,
Doing what? Like what?
fighting for people.
Okay, so I don't have time to cover this whole video. I'm already a little bit past where I wanted to be. But the gist is that the guy he was talking to, supporting Espaillat, turns out to be Larry Seabrook, former state rep and city councilor who went to prison for fraud. He's ironically able to vote because of legislation in Albany that restored felon voter rights, a law championed by Mamdani. He's the one who said, if you want to stop the genocide, bomb Israel, which I think I missed when he said it. So it's always the most unhinged people. Liberty Twitcher, welcome to the chat. Frankie242, welcome. It's always the most unhinged people that have the worst takes, and yet the people who have the worst takes, like if you want to stop the genocide, bomb Israel, wow, what a surprise that he's also a felon. Kind of crazy, right? Oh my God. Why can the chat just chill? They had agents that were funding the KKK. DeVariant, the KKK actually donated and supported Trump and endorsed Trump. But you don't want to talk about that. You just want to talk about the fake news shit. Niall PBH says Trump is a pedo. Yes, he is. Genetic freaks should be in concentration camps. Yes, I agree. You should be in a concentration camp, Alex Dalhelm. You should be in a concentration camp and never around children because you are a literal Nazi pedophile with a profile picture of Nazi shit. Mental institutions closed and joined the Democrat Party. Yeah, well, you guys are all pedophiles, so I'd rather have mental institution patients in the Democrat Party than pedophiles like you, Aaron G. T2I. From the 40s to the 80s, Dixiecrats were voted out of the Democrat Party. They became Republicans. Yes, that was the Nixon polarity. Is it polarity or paradigm? I can't remember which. I think you should all be put in a mental asylum and jail, says SB-TV6EN. Great to hear, because you are already most likely going to go to jail soon since you're a MAGA pedophile. And hey, if you're not, we got Nuremberg for you, baby. Get ready, buddy. Nuremberg 2.0 coming up. Can you imagine a spelling contest where MAGA pedophiles had to spell Nuremberg? Fuck! This is Greenblatt's third tweet about Mamdani attacking AIPAC and insisting AIPAC equals Jews. Meanwhile, 0 tweets from Greenblatt about Jesse B. Waters saying the VP was sending a warning to Jews on Fox Prime Time the other night. So this is, of course, the biggest anti-Semite on the fucking planet is Jonathan Greenblatt. Jonathan Greenblatt will harp on and on about people who condemn Israel because they're a pedophile state that is currently committing a genocide, but they will say absolutely fuck all when it comes to actual Nazis marching in Idaho, in Ohio, in Michigan, and elsewhere. And of course, when Elon Musk gave his Nazi salute, Jonathan Greenblatt excused it. He was nowhere to fucking see. So it is not surprising that and then of course when Trump calls, he calls people shy, locks, he has nothing to say. When he does the dual loyalty trope, nothing to say. When Trump dines with Holocaust deniers, nothing to say. Everything coming from the AIPAC lobby, including the ADL and Jonathan Greenblatt, the biggest anti-Semite currently in the country, is horse shit. And it's fake fucking news, and I'm going to show you more why. Reagan went for the welfare black moms, and they ran towards the Republican Party. Yeah, that was just, I don't know what to say about that one. Dumb people are on both sides of the party. Blue wave supermajority in midterms, impeachment conviction in 27, Nuremberg trials in 28. Inshallah, God willing. Uber Eats 3048 says 0 Nazi in the USA. Clearly you are not following politics, my friend. So Scott Jennings is saying it is frightening that Democrat Jewish congressmen are being thrown out of coffee shops in Brooklyn, New York. It's not 1930s Germany. This is the United States of America. This is, again, more of the point. These AIPAC cocksuckers, literal throat goats for Israel and Netanyahu, trying to say that this is some repeat of the Nazi regime. And yet, it's the Democrats electing Jews. Right? Espaillat himself was a Jewish person. The Democrats elected, and then, because he's a psychopath supporting a genocide, they went for a different Jewish person. Oh, yeah, so similar to 1930s Germany. Were Jews also winning political seats in 1930s Germany like Brad Lander did tonight? Stop being an anti-Semite, Scott. We're not all the same. We have different ideas in politics. Get it? Again, more proof. So Bethany S. Mandel uses this as a slur against Jewish people supporting Mamdani. And then she says this: we need to start befriending neo-Nazis. Bethany Mandel, the one, the only, the dumbest brunette at Forward. These people have nothing. They can't talk about the facts. They can't talk about the issue because they are wrong. So rather than dealing with the facts, they turn to slurs. They turn to character assassinations, as all terrible movements do, because they can't deal with the truth. You can't handle the truth. The border under Biden was made worse by Trump. Biden said, don't come. Trump went on everything that would take him, saying the border is wide open. Anyone can get in. Well, I firmly disagree on the border. We need to be making it easier for people to immigrate to this country, because having experienced the immigration system personally, it's fucking insane. and immigrants come here, they work hard, and they are better contributors to this country than any MAGA pedophile. Like Eric-C9U3N says, it must be hard to live your life in hate. You guys are pedophiles supporting a regime of Nazis. Yeah, I do hate you, and so does the rest of the world. And you haven't even seen a fucking fraction of it because we haven't started Nuremberg trials. But believe me, my friend, you are on the list. Do you have any personality besides hating Israel? Yes, I also hate sunshine and rainbows, this being the exception. Scarlet Moi, you guys are so fucking weird. Who comes into a chat and asks, again, these fucking throat goats for Israel. They can't talk about anything else. Do you have any personality besides hating Israel? Maybe if you guys would stop shooting pregnant women in the stomach and then shooting breastfeeding babies in the head, you know, maybe that'd give us a reason to not hate Israel. But because you're a bunch of fucking psychopathic genocidal freaks that get a hard-on for baby killing, yeah, I kind of fucking hate you. And I'm going to stay that way. Uber didn't watch the presidential inauguration when Elon did a Nazi salute during the inauguration. What the fuck? Yeah, exactly. And they won't talk about that either. Tyler Smith 3664, this is clearly bait. Only if you bite, bitch. User-TTBR549 says lie. You gotta love it when the people with just the username of user start yapping. Fucking idiots. All right, I gotta actually get some shit done here.
I just, you know, hearing a lot of people talking about.
Oh, we got another MAGA pedophile. Just got in the chat. Blue Crusader is 9136 is a MAGA pedophile saying, "Shut the fucked up child groomer pedophile far left terrorist anti-MAGA scum." Can he fit any more buzzwords in there? No, but he can fit Trump's boot deeper down his throat and still have. That's probably why they can't talk about Trump being in the Epstein files more than anyone else, because the boot is so far down their throat. They've also got a second boot up their ass. That's Netanyahu's.
The anti-Semitism in New York City, and last night proved the anti-Semitism in New York City, and this is Mom Donnie's fault, this is so-and-so's fault, this is this left. No, it's not. It's really not. If you want to blame anybody for what happened last night, my opinion, if you want to blame anybody, Jonathan, I think you have to blame Benjamin Netanyahu. 4 years of maximalist.
Oh, we got another MAGA pedophile. Cole Bowers, QS4PD, is talking shit about the flag. We got another pedophile here. Pedophile alert. Why don't you have a seat? Have a seat right over there. He's triggered about the flag and not about Trump raping children on Epstein's island. Crazy. Crazy how that works, right? It's almost like they're all fucking in on it.
Aims 4 years of ahistoric goals in the Middle East that anybody, from Dr. Brzezinski to even me, could have told anybody over the past 20 years. It's not going to work. And I've said it all along. There's always blowback in the Middle East. The idea that you're going to be able to brutalize children and women in Gaza with bombing that looks indiscriminate on TV day in and day out for years, that you're going to be able to level half of Lebanon, that you're going to be able to continue to allow thugs to run wild in the West Bank and brutalizing Palestinians, brutalizing Christians in Bethlehem, brutalizing Christians across that area along with Palestinian Muslims.
Yeah, you'll notice that the MAGA pedo party never talks about that. In all their support for Israel, they forget that their favored Christians are also getting brutalized by these Israeli settler pedophiles.
Muslims, especially Palestinian Muslims, blowing up Catholic churches in Gaza.
There's that too.
Of course, I'm saying things that would relate to some of these people who are so shocked that Israel is in such low standing in America right now. Forgive me for a quick digression, but I was always instinctively pro-Israeli and anti-Palestinian growing up. You know why? Because when I was a young child, one of my first memories was the '72 Munich Olympics, when Palestinian terrorists killed Israelis.
They were Iranian. Hold up. The '72 Munich Olympics, they were Iranian, not Palestinian, right?
And it was shocking. And we saw time and time again terror attacks throughout the 70s. That shaped an entire generation's views on that conflict. Well, what's shaping the views now? Images out of Gaza. Images out of the West Bank. Images out of Lebanon. a famine out of God, like just.
Oh,
and,
they were
and
at the
an
PLO.
American president
Interesting. Okay.
who tells Netanyahu, go. You're unrestrained until his war in Iran goes horribly wrong. So you can blame all of this on Benjamin Netanyahu. And yes, if you go back to the horrors of October 7th, blame the funding for that on Benjamin Netanyahu as well, because
that's a crucial point, because Benjamin Netanyahu did fund the Palestinian Authority, and they intentionally did that to weaken the politics of Palestine, because the Palestinian Authority was weaker and easier to control than other people that wanted to have their own government and their own say in how things are run there. So they funded the PA so there'd be more infighting, and that way they couldn't fight back against Israel. Jisrael, excuse me. Oh, we got some more MAGA pedophiles while I was gone. Let me see. Angel Tall the Great says, have you read Mein Kampf from Adolf? No, I do not read the books of losers. Roasted. The pedophiles have accountability coming for them. Yes, they do. Nuremberg is closer than ever.
He forced the Qataris to continue funding Hamas.
Yes, that was true, too.
Before the October 7th attack. So, again, everybody's going to want to blame somebody else for this. The guy on the left is the reason why Israel's standing, not only in New York City, but across America, is lower than it has been since 1948. And you're starting to see that in elections, not only on the far left, but on the far right.
Yeah, what you just said there about Netanyahu being the central figure is precisely what I was texting with some New York Democratic operatives last night. First of all, the people on the right like to blame Mamdani. They like to say there's a culture of anti-Semitism here, and people can have their own opinions. That's not what this was about. Brad Lander, of course, Jewish himself. This is about the support for Israel and the conduct of that war.
So it's incredible that even someone as insane and right-leaning as Joe, I wanted to say Joe Goldberg. I've been watching too much of that show. I just finished reading the books. So, God, what is his fucking name? Joe fucking hell. What is his goddamn name? Whatever. Someone as right-wing as him can recognize the facts, can see the evidence for himself, and being raised pro-Israel, anti-Palestinian, even he is like, whoa, 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 dude. Even he can recognize the simple facts that Israel is out of fucking control, and it's never going to change as long as Netanyahu is in charge. And we're seeing the strategy now where they're clearly the establishment is starting to pivot a little bit more towards blaming Netanyahu and going after him, which isn't going to change anything, because even the most left candidate against Netanyahu, is also a genocidal freak. So it's not going to change anything if you take Netanyahu out. You have to actually constrain Israel, and the only way you're going to do that is by stopping arms shipments and diplomatic cooperations. Wouldn't be surprised if Bibi had intel about October 7th and he did nothing to prevent it. They have the best intel in the world. Kitty Lifestyle, fun fact, they actually did have plenty of warnings before October 7th. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is documented within their own internal communications. This has been reported on by independent outlets multiple times. They did actually have plenty of warning about October 7th, and there is ample evidence to show that they did not scramble in order to prevent it. In fact, they even instituted what's called the Hannibal Directive. The Hannibal Directive was telling their own troops during October 7th, rather than let the hostages be taken, to shoot the hostages. Now, in any fucking movie, any TV show, any fucking part of heroic storytelling, the people who shoot the hostages are not the good guys. It's that fucking simple. So to still hear that kind of shit and think that Israel are doing the good here is insane. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, Hamas and Hezbollah and others have done awful fucking shit. But they have shown more fucking smarts and ability to compromise than anything from the Trump regime and, of course, the Israel genocidal politics. Joe 9mm says, end Zog? What is Zog? Is that like Zool from Ghostbusters? There is no Dana, only Zool. No American lives for Israel. Send the bloodlines of politician and Israeli donors. I am more than happy to let the fucking politicians go to war. If they want to vote for it, they can fucking fight it. Finally, something us sane folks. Oh, I see. Poopy butt. We got another one. Poopy butt fart is a mega pedophile. That's incredible, Poopy butt fart. With a name like that, I'm sure you're extremely credible, Poopy butt fart 7. You definitely know politics. I firmly respect the opinion of any person named Poopy butt fart 7. Obviously, we have guys bow down. Bow down to our new leader, Poopy butt fart. Listen to him. Whatever he says goes. Wow, thanks for the info. Yeah, look it up, Kitty. I'm not even kidding. You can Google it for yourself. It's disturbing to see. Remove all funds into Israel. They'll implode and is the desired outcome. Yeah, we need to cut off Israel. There is no future where Israel is allowed to continue on this path with American funding. There's just not. Mark Mars 2112. God bless Israel. Oh, brother, you came into the wrong chat. Ugh. Rough Frame says, where's the link posted? I have other shit to do. Like, cover my stream. I actually covered this when it first was reported years ago on TikTok. So, do your own research. I think this is the same rant. Yeah, this is the same rant. So those of us who cover and have covered for decades the Israeli-Palestinian conflict tend to nuance the hell out of it and forget that images of devastation and death will culminate in takes like this one on Morning Joe. The normie take. This is true. Morning Joe is not a leftist guy. He's not a liberal guy. He's not even a centrist guy. He is a right-wing cray. Right-wing cray-cray. And even he can't deal with the shit that Israel is doing. It's insane. Neva under pressure. Happy Pride, Zaddy! The hell is a Zaddy? Thank you, I guess. Stuart 2004 says, mental illness is a terrible thing. I agree. That's why we should remove Trump since he is a dementia-addled-ridden pedophile. Stuart, I'm glad we can agree that Trump needs to be removed. Dodge MF1 says, join DSA today. DSA LA, unfortunately, is kind of a disgrace. New York City seems to be doing better than we are, so good for them. Scarborough is a Republican. Yes, he is. Oh, we got another mega pedophile. Mike-P8U2S says, Trump, 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 Trump. It's like he's doing the theme for Thomas the Tank Engine. Trump, 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 Trump. Home Slice says it's drugs at an early age. Is that how Trump got all his pedophile indications when he was doped up? Because my understanding, he has stayed away from drugs. And Home Slice-S9Q, pedophiles like you do it without drugs. Like if you did drugs and then you went out and raped children, which is what you guys do without drugs, you would actually have a little bit more, people could understand that more because you were fucked up out of your mind. But you guys are actually just disgusting, evil perverts that rape children for fun. So you're actually kind of awful. It actually makes you worse that you weren't on drugs. The double, triple, and quadruple tap strikes on kids and press should be enough to stop congressional funding for the war crimes. You're right, Kitty. It should. It should. Mika comes from a Republican family as well. Don't get me started on her. Cyrus Letter, welcome. What does all the colors in the flag mean? That is the pride flag. It is for everyone under the rainbow of the sexual spectrum. OTCB1 says, I love Trump. It shows from your fucking hard-on whenever he gets talked about. I only watch Morning Joe for Willie Guest. Don't know who that is. Morning Joe famously turned up at Mar-a-Lago after Trump's second win. Yes! I forgot about that. Mark Mills 614. Oh, another triggered meta pedophile. Try saying that 3 times fast. Mark Mills 614 has a slur and then says simping for Islam. Wow, cats and dogs are friends now. Mark Mills, you are a literal pedophile supporting Donald Trump, so nothing you say matters except for what you have to say when you're Nuremberged. I mean, we won't care. We're going to jail you anyways. But, you know, think of what you're going to say when you're on the stand. Yeah, I know. What does the colors mean, though? Curious? Google it. Me and Ike Obama signing an MOU with Israel for $38 billion in military aid that started in 2019 through 2028. How about that? Obama wore that kippah for a reason. How's that working for you now? The 3 times. Oh, name. If you hadn't gone on with a slur, we could have had something, brother. Oh, name. We could have had something, but you just outed yourself. You outed yourself as a child rapist. That's why you're posting on the Wi-Fi of the nearest elementary school. Top colors are like Germany flag. Okay. Thank you, Neva Under Pressure. Thank you for the subscribe. Rough frame, yeah, don't get me started on Obama simping for Israel. I mean, the only good thing that can be said about it is that at least he didn't invade Iran, even though Netanyahu tried to, but I have a lot of problems with Obama, but that's beside the point. Then you get takes like this. Megan, my father, McCain. To my beautiful Jewish friends in America, we love you. You are not alone. We are just as freaked out as you are and see with clear eyes exactly what is happening. Fucking talk about Chicken Little and the sky is falling. How do people who say stuff like this process the fact that the Mamdani sweep was often spearheaded by young Jewish staffers and supported by many young Jews at the rank and file? Not to mention that Jews like Brad Lander got elected. These people are just insane.
Do you think any Democrat who supports Israel should be primaried and defeated?
I do.
Do I believe that any Democrat is? No, I don't believe that.
Well,
I believe that we should, any Democrat who is, I think that the Democrats who are most closely aligning with AIPAC.
I'm sorry, I don't see how you could take that stance. If you are supporting Israel over America, if you are supporting Israel, which is committing a genocide, yes, you should absolutely be primary. There's no gray here. There's no gray line at all. That war is not ending and is a long plan by Pentagon. 3 years left of this president. Next one's come to continue the show. Yeah, we'll see. I'm John McCain's daughter. Biden hugging Netanyahu too. All trash and won't be remembered well in the history books. No, it will not. Gaza will be the defining issue of Biden's presidency.
Pose an electoral risk to the party.
But why?
And
Why
also are not
AIPAC
serving
and not
it.
other? Why AIPAC and not other?
Dana Bash is a Zionist, by the way.
Of various
Look at her eyes fluttering. Even she can't come up with anything. She's like, what's another organization that funds a foreign country and a genocide at the same time that we allow in American politics? It's not Russia. No, we don't allow that. It's not Saudi Arabia. No, it's not Qatar. But AIPAC. But more AIPAC. Tell me more about why you hate AIPAC.
Various
I feel this the same
subjects and others.
You asked the question about Israel. I think the same thing can be true about many sectors, whether it be private equity or crypto. I think many of those apply the same. And I think when people, talk about this issue, there are a number of voters for whom this is a defining and important issue. But I think the shift that we're seeing amongst the Democratic primary electorate, amongst general election electorates at large, is less driven by a unilateral focus on Israel and more focused on them picking up on the dishonesty of the politics that comes with it. And I think it's a belief that a politics that sells anyone out will eventually sell everyone out. And when you see politicians telling people to not believe what they see with their own eyes, when you see politicians saying, we don't have enough money to not cut Medicaid, but we have enough money to write another blank check to Netanyahu, that's
the key point right there.
In government, it undercuts a faith in the ability to take on special interests. And I think that's where you're seeing this issue grow out of. And I think a lot of the politicians who then try to conflate the issue of criticisms of AIPAC or criticisms of Israel with anti-Semitism do a disservice to the ability to stand up to anti-Semitism, which is very real, which is on the rise, and undercut the ability to engage in that.
Yeah, and I think that there are legitimate criticisms of everything and all of the above, but the issue also is that there is a lot of conflating of what you just discussed.
Yeah, it's the fucking AIPAC people. Jesus, these people have absolutely fucking nothing. It's AIPAC that is doing the conflating between Israel and Judaism. Trailer shift, LGBTQ ally, damn right. Oh, Dodge MF1 calls her Dana Fash. God, you guys are fucking good at this. Gullible, uneducated MAGA pigs, the dumbest morons in history. BD Diamond, absolutely. Trailer shift, you're a MAGA pedophile too. He says, LGBTQ ally, how much dick have you taken to, how much dick, you didn't even spell it, have to taken in support? Horrible grammar. You should be deported just for your English skills. Period. Roasted. Get out of my chat, pedophile. Melania from the whorehouse to the White House. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. You guys go places even I don't. Trump is a pedophile and convicted rapist. Okay, I go there. I go there all the time. I'm watching your live from Tehran. No shit. All right, cool. Did you see the video of a Jewish woman confronting Dana Bash? Dana rudely ridiculed her and told her as a Jewish woman. I heard about this. I did not see it. But I mean, it didn't surprise me. Dana Bash is a psychopath. Didn't surprise me at all. AIPAC is Israeli political views with the intention of getting U.S. taxpayer money to keep their healthcare free and their weapons coming up to commit genocide on the neighbors. Exactly, Robert Boyd, exactly. Yes, I'm pissed my MAGA congressman voted for tax breaks for billionaires who funded their dear leader while cutting my ACA, costing me $16,000 for my healthcare premiums. Yeah, I mean, healthcare premiums are going up, but anytime we Americans need something, we need healthcare, we need food, we need housing, we need higher wages, and the government comes Fort fucking Knox. Anytime Israel comes around and they are Meals on Wheels, they're just handing shit out left and right. So Hunter Biden had some really good observations about the race here. I'm not running for office, but if I were, these are some of the lessons I'd take away from what happened in New York yesterday. Authenticity is measurable. Voters can smell a focus group from a mile away. Endorsements from the current Democratic establishment now read like warnings. The establishment wing of the party is no longer a sword, it's a question mark. Conviction beats caution. The candidates who said hard things about rent, about who pays for what, about Gaza, they won. The triangulators lost. Cost of living is everything. Everything else is wallpaper. The middle is not a strategy, it's an empty room. Voters reach past the establishment to grab someone who actually believes something. Don't fear the base, court it. The Democrats who ran from their own voters lost. The ones who ran toward them won. If you want to lead a party, you have to be willing to fight inside it. Mamdani didn't ask permission, he took the field. The lesson under the lessons, country is tired of being managed, people want to be led. Hunter Biden is having some pretty good fucking takes today. And this is also why we don't want to support fucking Israel. One of the killings involved a 10-day-old baby being shot by an Israeli sniper in broad daylight whilst the baby was being breastfed. An independent UN commission says Israeli authorities and security forces deliberately target Palestinian children, resulting in genocide, crimes against humanity, and war crimes in Gaza and war crimes in the occupied West Bank. The hardest decision we had to make in completing this report was not to name the Palestinian children whose deaths, injuries, and suffering we described. We didn't name them because we feared the consequences for their families. He means Israel would go for them too, which they have a history of doing.
Says that she missed her school, her friends, and her grandparents, writing, "I don't feel good in this place." Mr. Vice President, she's 7 years old.
Sure.
Any of your kids could be 7 years old.
Sure.
What would you tell them?
Motherfucker has eyeliner on still.
Well, first of all, this is a very heartbreaking letter, and I don't know enough about Valentina's circumstances, but we want Valentina to have a good life. And one of the reasons why we've pursued the immigration policies that we've had is that if you saw under the last administration, there were tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of girls like Valentina who were brought into the country. Some of them were sex trafficked. Some of them...
Yeah, to Trump. Because of you. These people are just pure fucking evil. There is no coexisting with this kind of evil. There's just not. ICE agents beat a man in Minnesota for following and observing their abuses so badly they gave him brain damage. They chained him to his hospital bed for 5 days and charged him. But like so many other cases, the video led to a dismissal, but not charges for the agents. This is why I've been saying there's going to come a time, and we're already seeing with the Prairieland 7, where ICE is going to, they're in the fuck around phase, and they're going to get to the find out. And when they get to the find out, we absolutely cannot condemn the people that do it. We are fighting back against a Nazi pedophile regime that is occupying America and terrorizing us and abusing, harassing, and murdering Americans. So when ICE fucks around, I absolutely will not condemn the people that fought back. I'm pissed my man. Gray Line is in Al-Aqsa Matters Brigade. I don't see Jewish or Christian people strapping bombs on teenage girls and MD telling them to chant Allah wills it right before bed. Shit happens. I don't understand your point here, Rough Frame. You understand that Christians just shoot people, right? MAGA terrorists shoot people every fucking day in this country. I don't understand your point here. Brian Addington. How much do you pay for your monthly health care insurance? Oh, Brian Addington, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Hi, Robespierre. Welcome. Titus Brutus says gay maxing. You're goddamn right, Brutus. You mixed it. We're fucking. This is my fuck face. This is how I fuck. This is my fuck face, man. When are you gonna find out your gender? I already know mine, but you're the one that can't. You're the one that always has to ask what is a woman because you're too busy raping children, Titus. Oh, Trump USA won. We got another MAGA pedophile. You can always tell which ones rape children by the slurs that they use. All right, let's move on. The shooter in Montreal was believed to have been an incel and not a Muslim, an Arab, an immigrant. So what the hell are you talking about? Why is this tweet still up without an apology or correction? Why should anyone take seriously anything you say ever again? So to the guy who is, what was your name? Something Frame? Rough Frame? This is what I'm talking about. MAGA pedophile Christians just shoot people. They just go up and they start shooting people. They don't need bombs. They have guns. This is still always going to be one of my favorite little plots.
Obama and Mamdani, they're true leaders. Neither of them can run for president in 28.
Well, you know, Mamdani was here, as you know, twice. And he's a very nice guy. He's a charming guy, good-looking guy. We talk, but...
You cannot tell me that Mamdani doesn't dabble in the occult. Like, he has to. Trump loves the dude. He has to dabble in the occult and cast a spell on Trump to get him to, like, fucking be so into him. It's crazy. Top right-hand corner, 3 dots. Scroll down. Don't recommend channel. You're welcome, normal humans. Thanks, Will Namara. Now you can be totally banned from my channel since you obviously don't want to be here. Bye, pedophile. Jesse Waters referred to the Jewish question, said Trump Vance are sending a message to the Jews. This past week, 3 anti-genocide Dems, including a Jewish Dem, won New York City primaries. Guess which of these 2 the media is focused on as proof of rising anti-Semitism? President Trump told Speaker Mike Johnson in a private conversation this week that no one gives a shit about housing. Laser focused. According to 4 sources who heard the speaker recount the conversation. Trump likes good-looking men. Yeah. The grinder alert is going off. So Musk is having an absolute meltdown because he's accurately being described as, well, a pedophile, but most of the time his work with Doge has actually gotten kids killed. So for all the people who are yapping about, you know, abortion and all this shit, Musk literally killed children. He cut their funds for medicine, he cut their funds for food, he cut their funds for housing, and these children have now died. Up to 14 million max. Based on these most recent studies. And more are going to be dying every single day. Elon is running ads on his already boosted posts on his own platform to defend himself against voices he's already suppressing with the algorithm. A pathetic, self-serving trillionaire. He is the most weak fucking snowflake. Every single time these people that say they're free speech, they're just freaks. They're just losers. They're just criminals who can't get along in real society, so they have to steal from the government, which is what Elon Musk has been doing his entire life. Even though he got daddy's money before that, and he had to steal some more and live off of government contracts. It's what they do every single time. And again, Nuremberg. Nuremberg, Nuremberg, Nuremberg. If there's ever a problem in society, Nuremberg. Private capital is buying up all the houses, Nuremberg. They're building too many data centers. We have no water, Nuremberg. There's a breeding crisis in America, Nuremberg. Every single time. Okay, I got to end the stream here because I'm running out of time. So I'm going to try to end it on some fun notes. Fat Fingers can't type. I would stay for the day stuff, but listening to Trump and his idiots drool in public does my head in. Hey, Robespierre, I get it, brother. I get it. I have to deal with it every fucking day. It's a lot. So how many trans kids have been responsible for mass shootings in the last 10 school shootings? Are you suggesting that only MAGA Oh! Rough Frame outed himself! Rough Frame, you were doing so good, but you just outed yourself as a MAGA pedophile. A closeted one, no less. So you're the reason that Grindr keeps crashing during the RNC. You're in the closet in my chat, but then you're out proud and about when there's an RNC convention and you got a couple of twinks in your fucking hotel room. The simple fact is that trans people are not mass shooters. There is a tiny number of them because they are a minute, minor, atomic size, atom size fraction of the population. The mass number of people that are mass shooters are MAGA pedophiles just like you, Rough Frame. As we saw, this incel shooter in Toronto was a MAGA pedophile just like you, as are a majority of the mass shootings in not just the country, but the world. Okay, so this is some fun shit right here. Oops. I love it when they add the audio. Could you imagine, though? You just make a left turn, and all of a sudden, all that... No, I'm out. I gotta go. Circus shit right there. Oh, come on. Is it doing this shit again? Okay, here we go. Wait. I gotta get a bigger screen, though.
Alright, place it frame. Fucking hell, Red!
Oops. Did the wrong thing.
Palmer! Here we go. Alright, place in frame. Fucking hell, Red!
Is that... I guess that's a Scottish accent? Fucking hell, ref! You gotta love the Scots. My ancestors. My people. My people doing me proud. All right. I'm having something wrong with my browser. I think I just have too many tabs open or some shit because it keeps crashing here. But as always, thank you so much for everybody for sticking with it. We've had a lot of MAGA pedophiles in the chat. We've had to put up with some disgusting, evil, vile people. But don't worry, we are closer than ever to every single one of them being Nuremberged. Kitty Lifestyle, Robespierre, thank you for staying in. Rough Frame, I hope you test the theory of gravity from a very high place. Thank you all so much. Goodbye.